Now we are going to see the topic block diagram. Okay, so what is block diagram? A block diagram of a system is a pictorial representation of functions performed by each component of a system. We know that system will be having many components connected together. Okay, now this block diagram is nothing but the pictorial representation of the functions performed by each component and the flow of signals between these components. Okay, now the block diagram depicts the interrelationship that exists among the various components. What are the relations which is existing between the components? It will explain. Block diagram can be used to model linear as well as non-linear system. Okay, so what is can be applied for or used to model both linear and non-linear systems. Then the block diagram will give information regarding only the dynamic behavior of the system, and it does not include any information on the physical construction of the system. It will be just giving the behavior of the system, and it will not give the information of physical construction of the system. Now we are going to see what are the elements of block diagram. The elements of block diagram is first one block, second one summing point, and the third one branch point. These three are the elements of the system. First one block, second one is summing point, and third one is branch point. Now first we are going to see what is block. The block is a symbol for the mathematical operation on the input signal to the block that produces the output. So what is block? It is nothing but the symbol for mathematical operation on input to the block that produces output. Okay, it is nothing but it is a symbol. Block is nothing but the symbol what you are using for the mathematical operation on the input signal to the block that produces an output. That usually we will be writing the transfer function inside that block. Okay, these blocks are connected by arrows to indicate the direction of flows of signal. So this block will be having arrows. What the arrows indicate? It will indicate the direction of flow of signal. The arrowhead pointing towards the block indicates the input, and the arrowhead leading away from the block represents the output. So if the arrow is towards the block, then it is input. If the arrow is away from the block, then it is output. Such arrows are referred to as signals. The output signal from the block is given by the product of the input signal and the transfer function in the block. So the output signal that is coming from the block is nothing but it is a product of input signal and the transfer function of that particular block. So now we are going to see the block diagram. So what is block? Okay, now so this is a block, so it is nothing but a symbol. Okay, it is a symbol. Here the input is A and the output is B, and the transfer function g of s, it is written inside this block, and the output B is nothing but the input A, product of input A and the transfer function g of s. Okay, the arrowhead towards the block, it is nothing but input. The arrowhead away from the block, it is nothing but output. Okay, now we are going to see summing point. So this is nothing but summing point. This is summing point. So summing point will be having a circle with one cross, and you will be having either plus or minus here. A summing point is used to add or subtract two signals. What is the function of summing point? The function of summing point is used to add or subtract two signals. So summing points are used to add two or more signals in the system. A circle with a cross is the symbol that indicates a summing operation. So already we have seen it will be having a circle, then it a cross. The plus or minus sign at each arrowhead indicates whether the signal is to be added or subtracted. Depending upon the sign what it is having at the arrowhead, it indicates that whether the signal is to be added or subtracted. Next we are going to see branch point. The branch point can be also called as takeoff point. Now this is nothing but a block and we are taking a branch point here. Okay, so if you take a branch point here, the signal what you are getting is A. Now a branch point is a point from which the signal from a block goes. Other blocks are summing points. What is branch point? A branch point is a point from which the signal from a block goes to other blocks are summing point. So from a branch, the output of the branch point will go to where? Either another block or summing point. Advantages of block diagram. So the block diagrams are very simple to construct. So if you are having very complex system, then by simple methods you can use we can construct the block diagram. So construction of block diagram for complex system is very easy. Second one, the function of individual elements can be visualized from the block diagram. So in a system we will be having many components and function of each individual elements can be easily visualized from block diagram. The individual as well as overall performance of the system can be studied by using transfer function. So by using transfer function we can study the overall performance of the system. The overall closed loop transfer function can be calculated by using block diagram reduction. What is transfer function? Transfer function is nothing but the Laplace transform of output by input. So the overall closed loop transfer function can be calculated by using block diagram. So transfer function is nothing but Laplace transform of output by input. So disadvantages of block diagram. The block diagram does not include any information about the physical construction of the system. So the block diagram is not having any details about the physical construction of system. And the source of energy is not shown in the block diagram. So where the input is coming, it is not shown in the block diagram. So number of different block diagrams can be drawn depending upon the point of view of analysis. So depending upon the point of view of analysis, we can draw different number of block diagrams for a same system. So block diagram for a given system is not unique. Okay. So the block diagram of a given system is not unique. Now we are going to study two important things. One is forward path and another one is feedback path. First we are going to see what is forward path. Forward path is nothing but it is the direction of signal flow from input towards output. What is forward path? Forward path is nothing but it is a direction of flow of signal from input towards the output. Now we are going to study feedback path. What is feedback path? Feedback path, it is a direction of signal flow from output towards input. If the signal flow is from output towards input, then it is feedback. If the signal flow is from input to output, then it is forward path. Now we are going to study a simple or canonical form of closed loop system. So this is a simple closed loop system. The system is having one forward path and one feedback path and one summing point, and the type of feedback what you are using is nothing but a negative feedback. Since you are having a minus sign here, the type of feedback is negative feedback. Here R of S is the input, C of S is the output, and E of S is the error signal, Laplace transform of error signal, and V of S is nothing but the Laplace transform of feedback signal. So once again I am telling what is R of S. R of S is nothing but the Laplace transform of input, and C of S is nothing but the Laplace transform of output, and G of S is nothing but the Laplace transform of forward path gain. Okay, and H of S is nothing but the feedback path blocks gain. Now from this figure, E of S is nothing but R of S minus B of S. Okay. Now E of S, this E of S is nothing but this is R of S. R of S minus B of s. So we are getting E of s is equal to R of s minus B of s. Similarly, the C of s is nothing but G of s into E of s. So C of s is equal to G of s into E of s. Then what is B of s? B of s is equal to, here C of s is coming, so C of s into H of s. So B of s is equal to C of s into H of s. Okay. So from this, what is E of s? From this, E of s is nothing but here, from this expression, E of s is equal to C of s by G of s. Okay. Now R of s is nothing but the Laplace transform of input R of t, and C of s is nothing but the Laplace transform of controlled output C of t, and E of s is equal to Laplace transform of error signal E of t. B of s is equal to Laplace transform of feedback signal B of t. G of s is nothing but the equivalent forward path transfer function. Then H of s is nothing but the equivalent feedback path transfer function. Okay. So what is G of s? Equivalent forward path transfer function, and H of s is nothing but equivalent feedback path transfer function. Now from the figure we got that E of s is equal to R of s minus B of s. Then in the figure itself we are getting C of s is equal to G of s into E of s. Then B of s is equal to C of s into H of s. From this, E of s is nothing but C of s divided by, from this we are getting E of s is equal to C of s divided by G of s. Okay. C of s divided by G of s. Then we are substituting the equation 3 in 1. So we will be getting E of s is equal to R of s minus this C of s, H of s you are substituting here. Then we are substituting 2 in 4. 2 is nothing but, instead of this E of s, you are substituting C of s divided by G of s. Then you are cross multiplying. You are cross multiplying. So you will be getting C of s is equal to G of s R of s minus G of s C of s H of s. Then bringing the CS term to the left hand side. So you will be getting C of s plus this term you are bringing to the left hand side. So you will be getting C of s plus C of s into G of s H of s. After that you are taking C of s common. So you will be getting C of s into 1 plus G of s H of s. And in the LHS and the RHS you are having G of s H of s. But what is transfer function? Transfer function is nothing but Laplace transform of output by input. The output is nothing but C of s and the input is nothing but R of s. So you have to bring this R of s to the denominator here to the left hand side, and you have to bring this 1 plus G of s H of s to the RHS. So you will be getting the closed loop transfer function as C of s by R of s is equal to G of s divided by 1 plus G of s H of s. So if you are having a feedback path and a forward path, it can be a simple feedback loop can be combined into one block whose transfer function is nothing but G of s divided by 1 plus G of s H of s. So here you are having negative feedback, so we have got 1 plus G of s H of s. If you are having positive feedback in the sense, if you are having plus at this place, then you will be getting G of s divided by 1 minus G of s H of s. Okay.